Hey everyone, it's Matt K. I'm here again this week with Q&A Matt K. Chris is not with me this time. He's out this week, and so I'm going solo. So bear with me while I not only put myself in the hot seat, but also have to manage the virtual studio for the recording as well. As always, we are asking our viewers to like and subscribe below. That way you will find out when we have a new recording and also any other news that we post. So please like and subscribe below. And if you have any questions that you have about Salesforce, how to do something, or you're stuck, you can go ahead and submit your question at this link right here, quick2.click Q&A. And we'll be looking there. We'll also be looking at the Trailblazer boards and possibly even other sites soon. But the fastest way to reach us is to use this URL right here down below. So having said that, I'm going to go ahead and show my screen. And this question was posted by Maria earlier today, you can see. And she has created a URL that will, a button that will click, when clicked, will launch this URL to basically create a new opportunity record and pre-populate the fields on that opportunity record. So this is a URL hack. Now, the URL hack actually has existed since way back in the classic days. It used to be really easy to do. And then when we switched to Lightning, it was not possible for a while. And then a couple releases back, Salesforce made this available again. So Salesforce released this ability to pre-populate fields in a new record screen, the edit screen, with values that you pass in. And so this is the notation that I believe you use. It looks like Maria did it correctly. You basically have the URL here, and then you say default field values equal, and then you pass in those values. So Maria says that she set up the button, and when she clicks it, I don't see the button on the screen here, but when she clicks it, it's not pre-populating. And she wants to know if anyone can help figure out what's going on. Let's take a stab at it. Hopefully I can. So that's what we're going to do today. And I'm going to start by going into my org, and we are going to go to accounts because that's where Maria was creating this button. And we'll have to create a button that is on the account. Actually, let's maybe go to one that's filled in a little better. Let's go to Burlington. So this one's filled in. We'll create a button on the account, and it will use that URL. Now we can find the URL ourselves. If we go, actually, let's come down here to related, and we'll click on opportunities. And we can see the URL up here in the bar that says basically /lightning/o/opportunity/new. That's interesting. I don't think her, let's see if I can find it. Here it is. Her URL, Maria's URL, it did have the O. Almost thought I had it. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and create this button. I'm gonna, now it looks like from this button, Maria wanted a list view button. So she wants the new button on the opportunity related list to be this custom one instead of the standard one. That's what it looks like. I think we can do that. And I think it's gonna work. So let's come back to Salesforce and more on the account. So this button here, we're gonna replace with a new button, but it'll call our custom URL instead of the built-in functionality. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Setup and go to Object Manager and Opportunity. And here I can go ahead and create a new button link or action. And I'm going to create a new button or link, just like Maria did. And I'm just going to use the URL that she created. We'll call this maybe like a custom new button for now. This is the custom button that pre-populates. Okay, now Maria had a list button, and display checkboxes. What I want to do is actually start by making this a regular detail page button, because I think maybe that could be the issue. And if so, this will tell us right away. Now, I don't have all of these fields that Maria has, so I'm going to start by maybe getting rid of some of these. Let's see. Okay. Oh, look at that. Well, wait a minute. That might just be it right there. I wonder if that's it, that there's this extra little curly brace. Well, now, yeah, I'll still do it. Okay, so let's say description. We know that's a standard field. Name is another standard field. That's an easy one. And name equals, and we'll say account.name, comma, and description equals account.description. And that's probably good enough for now. And then I'm going to get rid of the stuff that I don't have these fields, because this is not Maria's org. This is my org. And so we get rid of any fields that might cause a problem. Just cleaning it up little by little, slowly doing it just to make sure that I don't make any mistakes. And then what you'll notice here is there's this background context attribute parameter that she's passing in. And what that's doing is that's telling that new screen, hey, this is where it came from. And so this is a URL encoded string. So what that means is the slashes have been converted to %2f. I happen to know that, but if you didn't know that, what you can do is go to a website that handles URL encoding and decoding, paste this in, and oh, I want to decode, not encode. Choose decode up at the top, paste this in and hit decode, and then you'll see there that it basically shows you the representation. So this slash turns into a %2f, and the rest of it looks good too. If we had question marks or anything like that, we do that as well. Oh, I would have to take this. Let's go to encode. And this is what it would look like if we encoded it. You'll see here that the question mark turns into a %3f. The equals turns into a %3d, and so on and so forth. And this is just a way of letting the browser know whether this is something that you're passing in as a parameter, or it should be converted into something like this. So when we go to a URL, the browser is going to know that this is a real slash, whereas this one here is actually a parameter that's the value for the background context. That's why we do this URL encoding. Okay, so default field value is account ID equals the account.id, the name equals account.name, description equals account.description. I think that looks good. Now this is a detail page button. I'm going to hit save. It doesn't automatically show up on the page. Let's see if I can figure out how to put it there. I'll start by, you know what, I'm not going to start by doing it this way. I think we've learned this lesson before. I'm going to come here and go to an opportunity. Well, that's not going to work. It's an opportunity button. Maybe that's why. Let's edit this page and see what the page layout looks like. But I think that might be the issue. Yeah. Yeah, now that I'm looking at it, I definitely see what the issue is. Okay, but we'll still go through the motions. So we want this button to show up somewhere. Let's come here and upgrade dynamic buttons. Sure. Start from scratch. All right, we're going to add an action, and it was custom new button. There we go. Done. Save. Save. And I'm just going to activate this one in case it's not already active. Nope, it's already active. Great. Let's go back. I might need a refresh. No, I don't. Okay, so let's see what happens when I click this button. So it takes us to the right URL at the top. Look at that, it actually worked. It filled in the account name, it filled in the opportunity name, and the description I think was not filled in already. If we go back to the account and fill in the description, I'll do it one more time. Okay, so here we are in the account. Let's see if we can find the description field. There it is at the bottom. All right, and I'll just put in a nice little message there. Okay, so we'll go back to the opportunity. click this button, and that's filled in, that's filled in, and the description is filled in too. Yay! Okay, so all this has told me, we're not done. All this has told me is that the syntax used for the button is correct, right? So Maria had it right. It is this URL. It is this default field values. But for some reason, when she makes it a list view button, it's not working. So let's see if we can figure out why. So when we make it a list view button, the button is now going to appear when we're looking at an account record. And so that, to me, is a little hint there, because if you look at how we built this button out, or how Maria built out this button, here's account.id. And I wonder if that's something to do with it. I'm just curious, if we were on an account record, and I'll go ahead and switch this to account, and we choose ID. Let's see if that makes a difference. Oh, no, she had it right. I'm learning all sorts of stuff here. Okay, so that is correct. Well, let's see if we can figure it out then. Maybe it really was that extra curly brace. Okay, so I'm going to change this to list button, display checkboxes, display an existing window without sidebars, what I typically do. That only really applies to classic UI. It doesn't really matter so much for Lightning. I still do the old way of saying display an existing window without sidebar. That way in classic, you don't get nested sidebars and the window keeps getting smaller and smaller. I'm going to hit save. Okay, and now I have to put it on my account page. So let's go to Object Manager, and let's go to Account. And I bet you have a bunch of page layouts here too. Okay, so let's not do that. Let's go to the account, and I'm here. I'm gonna hit Edit Page, and this is so much faster now. This is my preferred way of doing it, rather than trying to figure out what page layout we're in. Let's click on these buttons here, and I'll upgrade them. No, it's not that, those aren't the right buttons. It's down here on the related list. I apologize. So we're going to go to opportunities here, and changing it is going to be a pain. So instead, what I'm going to do is go to details, and I'm going to drag a single list view for a related list right there. So related list single right there. I'm going to change it to be the opportunity. This will be a lot faster than having to figure out how to change it down below. And this is how I pretty much am putting all my related lists now on my Lightning pages. I set them to an enhanced list, and then you have full control over stuff by clicking Upgrade Now. So here, this is now upgraded, and I can choose which buttons to show. Here's my actions. I'm going to change that so it doesn't have that action, but instead it's going to have the custom new button action. Okay, and we'll hit save. I'm excited to see if this works. I'm still waiting for it to save, I think. It's saved. Let's check the activation. I think this is active already. It is. Great. We'll go back and refresh, and hopefully it's there. So here it is, and here's our custom new button. Okay, so this is the moment. Let's see if we can do it. I click the button. The URL looks correct, and it's filled in. Look at that. All right, so I think the issue is just this extra curly brace. I think that's it, because everything else works for me. Wow. Well, that was an easy one. I guess Chris didn't make me sweat today, but thanks for watching. While I've got you here, I want to tell you about a problem that I used to have. I used to have to create quotes in Salesforce, and I would create the quote object, and then I'd have to go and create a document to send to my prospect. And I would have to do a lot of copying and paste, so much so that I really avoided it. And it could take me up to an hour and a half just to create a quote. And that slowed down me as a salesperson. And so I needed to come up with a solution to make it faster. And so today I want to tell you about Mama Merge. Mama Merge is a native DocGen tool for Salesforce. It's fast because it's native, it's secure because it's native, and it's really easy to use. It looks just like Salesforce, in fact. One of the best things that I like about Mama Merge is that it has an entirely free tier. So you can see here on the screen, Mama Merge is available for 10 users for free. So I recommend it highly. You'll be able to get it off the App Exchange, learn all about it, and start using it right away for free. If you're interested, we have a link here that will let us keep track of how many people were interested from the show. It's quick2.click/Mambo with Matt K. Again, quick2.click/Mambo with Matt K. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and post this solution to Maria. I'm going to let her know that I think the only issue, she had it 100% correct. She just had an extra little curly brace right there before the ampersand background context, and that should fix her problem. So once again, thanks for joining us, Q&A with Matt K. If you have any questions about Salesforce and need help figuring something out, please go ahead and fill out our form. Let us know what the question is, and maybe next time I'll be helping you out. Thanks again, and see you soon.